Hello. Today's video is about aging and narcissists. For years I've wondered why so many narcissists get meaner as they get older, while the average person tends to become gentler and kinder. I think I figured out why this happens. As we age, we lose some of the qualities of youth, such as good looks, health, and physical strength. While most people accept this as simply a natural part of the aging process, narcissists don't tend to accept it well. Extreme insecurity is at the root of many narcissist behavior. So losing their good looks, for example, can be absolutely devastating to them. They may not realize they're still attractive, they just simply aren't that attractive 22-year-old anymore. Narcissists also count on things to always be there for them. It's like they think they're above losing their looks or their sharp minds or their health. When they aren't, this makes a narcissist even more insecure than usual. Anything that threatens a narcissist's illusion of their false self angers them. They may lash out more at the people around them as a result of that anger and frustration that they feel. Also, losing such qualities as their physical strength or mental sharpness can mean losing control over those that the narcissist once controlled very easily. A narcissist who was once big, strong, and healthy could physically intimidate another person when they were young. But once that person is older and not so strong, not so healthy, that ability to intimidate is now gone. As a result, the narcissist must change how she controls her victim. I saw changes with my narcissistic mother. As a child, it didn't take much for her to control me. The vicious looks, the cruel words, things like that always scared me very easily. She was also always very strong, so she physically intimidated me as well. In my late teens, I wasn't so easily controlled. She began screaming at me, sometimes inches from my face, and calling me terrible names, saying terrible things about me. Once I moved out of my parents' home when I was 19, my mother still said cruel things, but she no longer screamed at me. She also did other hurtful, hateful, nasty things. Like after she threw me into a wall and hurt my back when I was 19, when I would see her, she would constantly hand me something heavy, or she would slap me on the back where she knew my back was injured. Once she got older and frailer, though, that method of attack changed again. She loved to say cruel things, but very quietly and usually in a place like a restaurant or some other public place. That way, either I had to take her abuse quietly, or I would look like the crazy person abusing her poor, elderly, innocent mother if I spoke up. I believe there's two options when dealing with this behavior. You can either sever ties with your narcissistic parent, or if you're unwilling or unable to do so, you can find ways to protect yourself to deal with the abuse. There are a few things you can do. First off, pray. You need God's help to maintain or gain your self-esteem, and also for finding creative ways to cope. Second, you need to have strong boundaries and good ways to enforce them. If a topic comes up that you don't want to discuss with your narcissistic mother, change the subject. That's just one example. Third, keep all conversations impersonal. Never, ever divulge personal information about your personal life to your narcissistic parent. That information only becomes ammunition for them to hurt you at a later date. Use one-word answers. If she asks, "How are you doing?" say, "Fine." If she tries to pry information out of you, don't give in. Turn the conversation back to the narcissist. She'll forget about you quickly enough. Fourth, remember, you don't have to be available 24/7. Don't answer the phone every time the narcissist calls. Don't spend a lot of time with her when you don't feel up to it. Some distance will help you to protect your mental health. And lastly, never neglect yourself. Spend time with God. Spend time with empathic, caring people who understand what you're going through and won't judge or criticize you when you're angry. Also, be very good to yourself. Take care of your physical health and your mental health. Get plenty of rest, things like that. Also, treat yourself to things that make you feel nurtured. Taking good care of yourself will help you when you have to deal with your narcissistic parent. Thank you for watching my video. I'll see you next time.